Illinois Congressman Mike Quigley, a Democratic member of the House Appropriations Committee. Let's kick it off where she left it for us here. When President Biden officially launches his re-election campaign, we think this week, will you be supporting him?
I will. Look, I was with President Biden in Ireland, and he was robust. I think that trip was indicative of the success he's had in foreign policy. Uniting NATO versus Russian aggression, the first major climate change bill in our history, first major infrastructure bill, gun control bill, prescription drugs. I think part of the problem here is just a lack of effective messaging, and that's what campaigns are all about.
I want to move to another topic. It's being revealed the Air National Guardsman accused of leaking classified documents, which you're aware of, was posting months earlier than was previously known and to a much larger group. The New York Times collected digital evidence tying the post to Jack Teixeira. NBC News has not independently verified that, and his lawyer declined to comment. The House was just briefed on those leaks. Does it seem like there's still so much this administration does not know?
I think it's what the Department of Defense does not know. This is scary. This is disheartening. Not only do leaks like this dramatically hurt our national security, our allies' national security, it endangers our sources and methods. This is obviously a horrible thing to take place. But I served on the House Permanent Select Committee for 8 years, and on a periodic basis, we would learn of yet another dramatic, horrible leak. And after the requisite mea culpas, we were told this won't happen again. We're going to tighten things up. Well, it happens again, and it happens again. And apparently, after watching this so long, sadly, the Department of Defense is more lax than the balance of the intelligence community combined. Restricting access to this materials, who gets it, whether or not they should have this. I think the only thing that we know for sure about this leak is that there's more that we don't know than we know, and there's far more to come. But I would caution that any information that people read in this is highly questionable and has very likely been altered.
And, Representative, on that very topic of classification, do you think there's over-classification? Is that a problem? Is there anything that's been revealed in those leaks that Americans should have been informed of anyway?
Well, I wouldn't put it that way. I would say we over-classify, and some of that's just laziness because it's easier to do and you don't have to worry about whether or not something qualifies. But I think it's an entirely different topic than protecting that which we decide to classify. There's always issues as to whether or not something should go to the American people. But remember, there's a lot involved. There's a lot of information that gets out there. Maybe they have a right to know at some point. But if you put it out at the wrong time, it certainly would endanger the way we got that information. And it would certainly endanger the people who put their lives at stake, Americans and non-Americans, long-term to keep us safer, to get additional information.
All right, Representative Mike Quigley, Democrat from Illinois, thank you on the Sunday.